Rob Thompson had some things to say about Ronald Acuna Jr. I mean, it's really just simple as he's just basically said, act like you've been there before. Kyle, you got your thoughts on it? Go for it.
Yeah, so for me, I think it's a little too early to be saying that. Look, I like the Philly Cinderella story last year. I do. I bought into it. We touched on it a little bit before we started recording. Um, Reese Hoskins, man, last year. His bat slam was my favorite part of the postseason last year. Dude, I was eating it up. Dude, I felt like I was a Phillies fan. I really did. In that moment when that happened and I was watching it, dude, just the amount of fans that just erupted from Citizens Bank Park was just unreal, man. I loved it. But you got to remember, you're not supposed to be there. You weren't going to be there if it wasn't for the extended wild card. MLB adding another team, the Phillies would have been out, man. So for me, I think it's just a little bit too early for the Phillies organization to be saying things like this. The Braves, man, they are that team. They look damn good, man. Yeah, I think this might be the best team I have personally ever watched play baseball. I mean, I went down to Atlanta to watch my Yankees get killed by them, and I was having fun with the Braves, man. I mean, just seeing them work on every single cylinder that they got, dude, that team is damn near perfect. I'm telling you. So the Braves have been there before. And once they clinched, man, I mean, Acuna was chirping back and I was in for it. I loved it. I mean, you're not gonna get away saying something like that and then have the Braves clinch your division on your field and not expect anything back. So for me, I think the Phillies just they jumped the gun on that a little bit too quick. So I think you should just watch what you say because you know you're you're not at that top spot that the Braves have been every single season. I believe this is their sixth straight NL East title. So
Yep.
they got every right, man.
Yeah, and a lot of those years too, the so-called experts, and I'll put myself in that category too. I mean, not for getting it right, but saying that, oh, the Mets are going to win the division this year. This is the Phillies' year to win their division. Seems like a lot of these years, up until about this season, everybody was picking any other team to win the division.
I picked the Mets too, man. I was in that boat.
Yeah, and year after year, the Braves continue to show why it's kind of stupid to bet against them or say they're not going to be in first place at the end of the season. Um, yeah, this is one of probably, you know, it's hard because 2 years ago they won the World Series. Now, granted, we don't know how the season's going to end yet, but this team is better than that team. And they lost Freddie Freeman, and they've lost Dansby Swanson. They've lost guys, but they just keep retooling. And, they're going to win 100 plus games. And, you know, it's different for me as a Dodger fan because this Braves team's pretty damn good, and it is. But a part of you doesn't want to say it because it's like, damn, we might have to run into them in like 3 weeks or
Yeah.
in a couple weeks to get to a World Series. Um, Braves are so damn good, and yeah, Acuna deserves to, you know, chirp back a little bit. And like you said, I liked it. If you're gonna come at me, it's like I'm gonna perform. And I think one of the other, I think Tyler Matzey had his back too the other day. He was
Yeah.
in some Instagram chat, in some Instagram post, responding back like, "Hey, like, get him out. If not, that he could do whatever he wants."
Yep.
And yeah, so a part of me kind of a part of me, Braves are a really good team, and they deserve it. Oh, it would be really funny if the Braves go to Philadelphia again and lose. I don't know why. I hate to be that guy because the Braves are a really good team and they got a lot of great players. But it would be really fun to see for the second year in a row the Phillies take out the Braves. I don't think that's gonna happen this time, but I, I would be kind of laughing at them.
I would be too. I'd be in that same boat. I live very close to Philadelphia, so I get to hear all the hype around this team and what they're about. I've said it myself, and I'll continue to say it. I think the Phillies have the best clubhouse in baseball, and that means something. I mean, we saw it last year, but I think this Braves team. I thought this Brave team last year was the best team I've ever seen, and it shocked the hell out of me when Philadelphia won. I think if they run into each other again this postseason, I think it's just going to be a little bit of a different tone. I don't know. I could be wrong. I've been wrong 1,000 times on this before. So I don't know, man. But I think that would be kind of funny. But I'm very interested to see if the Braves do win and move on by playing a game in Philadelphia. I want to see how this Braves team reacts. I really do.